Hello everyone, it's Emily here and welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year everyone, happy 2025. I hope you all had the most amazing Christmas if you celebrate Christmas, and I hope you had the happiest New Year. Here's to 2025. I hope you're all enjoying the new year. I'm back, we are back for a brand new video, and today I just thought we'd kickstart 2025 with a little life update and a Q&A. I have left a little question box open on my Instagram for people to write me questions. I have got quite a lot to get through, so I'll try not to ramble too much. But anyway, let's head on straight into today's video. If you do enjoy them, please remember, as always, to leave it a huge thumbs up. And please remember to subscribe if you haven't already. So let's get started. Happy New Year once again. Here's to 2025. I'm hoping it's a good one for all of us, including me. So yeah, let's kickstart today's video, which is a life update and a Q&A. So the first thing I am going to talk about is the cruise ship, because it's no surprise that a lot of you have asked me questions when it comes to the cruise ship, such as what was life like on the cruise? Are you doing another cruise? How did you get a job working on the cruise? I'd love to do one. How are you settling into life after the cruise? So I'm going to try and address all of these in one go, because I don't want this whole Q&A just to be about life on a cruise ship, working on a cruise ship. I know a lot of you are interested in that, so I'll answer all at the beginning and then we'll go on to general questions. So I'll leave a little timestamp of when I stop talking about cruise ship life, get a job on the cruise. So if you are not interested about cruise life or working on a cruise, then you can jump forward into more general Q&A questions. So we'll start off with how I got the job. I don't remember if I actually spoke about this, maybe I did, but it was over a year ago now since I got the job, and in February it'll be a year since I left and started working on the cruise ship. So the way that I got the job on the cruise ship I think is a bit unusual compared to everyone else. When I've spoken to people that I've met on the cruise, I feel like I was the only person that got the job this way. I was actually contacted on Indeed. So yeah, I was scouted on Indeed. I had one of the recruitments for the cruise line that I work for contact me and say, hi, your CV is really well suited for this job. Would you like to apply? It is to be an entertainment host working on a cruise ship. So why not? As I've always said, always wanted to work on a cruise. So it was getting to the point where I was like, I'll do anything. I will be a waiter, I'll be a bartender, I will do anything. I don't care. If it's entertainment, even better. So yeah, I accepted it. I submitted my CV to the recruiter on Indeed. I then had an interview with them where they basically just spoke about what life was going to be like, whether that was something that I was looking to do. I said yes, and then I had an interview in person in London. It was kind of like an audition slash interview slash another talk about cruise ship life. It was in central London and there was about 30 people there, and at the beginning of the day, it was a full day, so at the beginning of the day, again, they showed us a few videos about what ship life is like, what you entail, what your day will look like. In this audition slash interview as well, it wasn't just entertainment hosts, there was sports staff and youth staff as well. So then you played a little game because they wanted to see what you were like, what your personality was like. And then in the afternoon, that is when you had the one-to-one interviews. And I actually went last. They left it to us what order to go in. And because I'm so close to London, there was people from Newcastle there and they had to get back. So I was like, you go first. It will literally take me half an hour to get home. I'll go last. So yeah, then I got the job. So that is how I got the job on a cruise ship. So it was a bit strange compared to everyone else. Most people getting a job on a cruise ship just apply directly through the company. So every cruise line, depending on what you want to work for, they have their own website. You can apply via there. There are agencies that you can apply for. So yeah, mine was quite niche, but yeah, there's loads of different ways to get a job on a cruise ship. You can be like me and get scouted on Indeed because I've obviously got background in events and performing, or you can do it yourself and just apply it via the website. So that is how I got the job on the cruise. Cruise ship life, I loved it. It was so much fun. You get put in an environment where it's constantly changing. People are coming and going every single cruise. So if you're on a 3-day cruise, you have new people in 3 days or 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. So people, it's constantly changing. You don't start as a team and leave as a team unless you are, for my company, unless you were a cast. So if you were a singer, a dancer, you were part of a group. They were the only people that came and went as a team. For my job role, you just came and went as an individual, which is quite scary because you go onto the cruise ship on your own, you literally don't know anyone, and then you obviously leave on your own as well. So it's constantly changing. I've never been in an environment before where your team is changing so much, especially with management. Like, I was having new management like every 2 months. So yeah, that's like a whole new environment. You have to be adaptable, but the whole experience was amazing. So you had your duties in the day and in the evening, but if you were at port, you could get off and explore. So I was in the Bahamas. So when am I ever going to get the opportunity that every other day I can get off in the Bahamas and either explore, go to a water park, do an excursion? I can just sit on a sunbed and tan by the pool, by the beach. Honestly, the best experience ever. If you are umming and ahhing about working on a cruise ship, I definitely recommend doing it, because for me, it was a once in a lifetime experience, and it's something that people are always going to ask me about. And also the Instagram feed, 10/10 in the Bahamas, can't complain. Which then brings me on to, this is the last bit I'm going to talk about the cruise ship, because I feel like I've been rambling for about 5 minutes. So someone asked, how are you settling into life after the cruise, and are you doing another cruise? So this is part of like the life update. So guys, I am not doing another cruise. I have decided that I want to stay home in London, well, outside of London, north of London, Hertfordshire. I loved it. As much as I was saying previously about how much I've enjoyed being on the cruise ship, when you want to turn cruise life into a career, it is your entire life. So a lot of my friends that I made on the cruise ships, they literally came back for 4 weeks and then they went again. So they'll do a 6-month contract, then they will come home for about 4 weeks, and then they'll do another 6-month contract, and then they'll come home again. And for me, it was just not something that I wanted to do as a career. It was more for an experience, being on the ship, enjoying it. Honestly, don't get me wrong, I had the best time ever. And if that is something that you want to do and you're happy to go and travel and leave all your friends and family behind for like nearly the whole year, and maybe if I had friends at home, or if Josh wanted to come with me, then I would consider doing it again. But for now, I've decided that I kind of want to stay at home. I really want to start looking and saving. I feel like I say this every year, but start looking and saving to buy a house, to move out, whether it's a house or a flat, and really just kickstart a career. And who knows what that's going to be. But yeah, I miss my friends and family. I miss Josh. I missed just being able to go and do what I want, when I want, going to London, going out. Because obviously when you're on the cruise ship, you are restricted to a set period of time. So you get off in Nassau, but you can only get off between 8 and 4. You can't obviously go elsewhere because then you got work and you're going to miss the ship. So yeah, at the moment, I'm staying at home. I'd never say never, but yeah, that is the life update when it comes to the cruise ship. I loved it. It was the best time, met the best people all over around the world. I got to go to the Bahamas every other day. It is an experience that I will treasure forever. But when it comes to a long-going career, it's not something that I want to entertain. At the moment, I have friends who keep going. They love it so much and having the best time. But for me right now, I want to stay at home and figure out what I'm going to do next. Right, so that's all the cruise questions done. And we're going to go on to just everyday, normal questions. I said you could ask me anything. Ask me anything. I want to know what you guys want to know. So it's January, it's 2025. Let's start off with your goals and plans for 2025. So my goals this year, firstly, we need to drink more water. I know everyone probably says it, but I really struggle to drink water. So my sister kindly got me a Stanley cup for my birthday. We're gonna be drinking 2 Stanley cups worth of water minimum a day. So that is goal number 1. Goal number 2 is I really want to restart the couch to 10k. So I have been running. I went for a run today, so 2 out of 3 so far this week. I want to go and run 3 times a week because I am doing the couch to 10k. We're gonna aim for 5k and then we're gonna see how we feel, and then we're gonna go on to 10k. So for that plan, I need to go for a run 3 times a week. I was so active on the cruise, and then I've come back and I've kind of just been sitting, reading, doing little bits and pieces here and there, but I'm nowhere near as active as I previously was. So I want to go for a run 3 times a week, and I also want to get myself signed up for some charity runs. That is going to be a big thing for me this year, because I feel like if I've got a goal, like if I book myself in to do a charity run in March, I will get up and run, whereas I'm still quite good at getting myself out the door. Once I'm out, I'm good, but getting myself out the door, that is the hard point. But if I've actually got something to work towards, like Emily, you have got a 10k run at the end of March, you need to get practicing, then I will do it. And then the other goal for me, I've got, these are my 3 main ones. I want to be reading every single night. So when I got home after the Wi-Fi detox, I kind of went the other way, and I was going on TikTok and social media like for hours and hours and hours. And we've all done that thing when we sit in bed and we doom scroll. We look at the time, it's 2 AM. Not okay, for me anyway. So rather than going to bed and going on TikTok, going on YouTube, or going on Instagram, that is all going to be in moderation now, and I am going to sit and read. So I've already finished my first book already this year, and we want to kickstart and go into another one. So my goal is to be reading maybe 2 books a month. I want to say a book a month. That's always my goal, a book a month, or even 2 books a month. But at the minute, I have really got into like the fantasy realm, and I'm here for it. Sarah J Maas, my friend Sarah, got me into ACOTAR. I read all of ACOTAR from October, I want to say, to November. So I read all 5 books in 2 months. They were that good. And now I'm on to Crescent City. So I just finished the first book of Crescent City. Was amazing. So good. Honestly, the plot twist at the end, it was like plot twist, drama, plot twist, drama. Just need to get through chapter 5. That's all I say. Start in Crescent City, get to chapter 5, and then it's smooth sailing from there. It's so good. So now I'm on to the second book with the Crescent City series. There's 3 at the minute, but they're unfinished, and I got loads and loads and loads of books. As you would have seen in my what I got for Christmas video, I've got loads of books to get through. So they're my 3 goals. Drink more water, 3 runs a week, and read every single night, or try to read at least every single night, and try and get through at least 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 books a month. You want to get off our phone, reduce that screen time, and get back into reading, because I have been loving it so far. How many brothers and sisters have you got? So I've got 1 younger sister and 1 younger brother. I'm the oldest, and there is 2.5 years between each of us. What's your favourite bit of makeup or item of clothing right now? So clothing, probably my Uggs. I mean, autumn to winter, that is all I live in. If I go out the house, I'm wearing Uggs. To be honest, I've got Ugg slippers, so I literally just live in Ugg shoes. I've got 3 pairs of Ugg shoes and then 1 pair of Ugg slippers. So if I'm in the house, I'm in the Ugg slippers, and if I go out the house, I'm in a pair of Uggs. So yeah, I think Uggs are, if you see me not wearing Uggs, then it's a rarity at the moment. And I just quickly ran to my makeup table and grabbed my favourite makeup item. I had to think about this for a second, but then I thought, what do I wear or use almost every single day? And it is this. It is the Collection Colour Lash Clear Lash and Brow Mascara. This is about £1, and I think I use it almost every single day. It is amazing. It is, I recommend, go and get this, go try it. It's £1. I use this to hold my eyebrows in place, and then if I'm doing an updo like I'm doing now, a slick back bun, slick back with a claw clip, I use this to hold down any flyaways, any baby hairs. It is so good. I have my hair up a lot now. I just like it off my face. If I'm at home, my hair is usually up in a claw clip. If I'm going out the house, I would rather just make sure my eyebrows are in place than add concealer. I'm kind of got quite comfortable now going out the house without any makeup on. But if I was going to use a product, it would be this. It's from the Collection. It's £1. You can use it for several things. You can use it for your brows, use it for your hair. I do not leave the house without this. It is always in my bag. Like, I'm sorry, I'm going to expose myself. Look at the colour of this. It is so well loved. Like, honestly, go use it, go try it. It is so good. My sister recommended me this. £1. So good. Your top travel destinations for this year. So this year, I kind of want to do more city breaks. There are so many cities that I've not been to, not just in Europe, but in the UK as well. Like, I have really not explored the UK at all. So I definitely want to do a few like short city breaks, weekend breaks, 2-night stays. And my top places for that is Scotland. So I'd love to go to Edinburgh and Glasgow. I'd love to go to Ireland. I'd love to go to Manchester. I've never been to Manchester. I have got a friend who lives up there and I keep saying to her, I need to come and see you because I really want to go to Manchester. I want to go to the Trafford Centre because some of my favourite influencers live in Manchester, and when they go to the Trafford Centre, I'm super jealous. And then when it comes to outside of the UK and Ireland, I would love to go to Barcelona. I'd love to go to Croatia, and probably, I'd love to go to Lapland. I really want to go skiing this year, guys. I want to go skiing, so we'll see. That sounds like a lot, but I think priority-wise this year, I definitely think Scotland. I definitely think Manchester, and then I'd love to go skiing, but I don't know. Am I going to go skiing this year? We shall see. But if not skiing, then maybe a trip to maybe somewhere like Barcelona. That has definitely been up there on my list. So yeah, I think this year definitely more city breaks. Don't get me wrong, there will be a family holiday somewhere, but I definitely need to start exploring Europe and the UK more, and not just from a deck chair, actually start exploring the cities as well. And this is going to be the final question. Any advice for someone wanting to start a YouTube channel in 2025? I've always wanted to start one, just never had the courage to do so. And for me, my advice is always going to be, just do it. Just pick up a camera, pick up your phone. You literally have a camera right here. Any phone that has a camera, just use that. Pick it up, start feeling comfortable with the camera. I was so nervous when I did my little YouTube intro, 3-minute, 4-minute video. I was so nervous. I had to keep restarting. I kept falling over my words because I was so nervous to sit down in front of the camera and just speak to it. It's such a, when you first start, for me anyway, it was such a weird thing just to sit there and talk to a camera and not feel nervous. I don't know why, it just made me so nervous, but definitely just do it. That's all I can say. Like, I wish I started sooner. I have loved watching YouTube since Zoella back in like 2011, 2012. I have been loving watching YouTube, loving. I just wish I could do it, but I was so nervous to do it while I was at school because I was worried about what other people might think of me, if I was going to get picked on for it, people were going to laugh at me for it. And I honestly look back and just think, why didn't I just do it? And then obviously I started after I left university. I started in 2021, and again, I wish I did it sooner. So my biggest advice is just to start, to do it. And honestly, if someone, whether it's a friend or someone that you know, starts judging or making comments about it, then they're not your friend, and you shouldn't care about what other people think of you. If they're gonna tease you for starting a YouTube channel, if they're gonna tease you for starting a TikTok or posting more on Instagram, then to be honest, they're just jealous and they just don't like the fact that you're doing something new and you're going against maybe the normal that other people do in your area. So my biggest advice is honestly just start, just do it. Pick up a camera, pick up your phone, film yourself, find a passion. What do you enjoy? Do you enjoy traveling? Do you enjoy vlogging? Do you like shopping? Do you like gaming? What's your niche? Think, what do you like? What would you be able to sit there talk about? What do you want to show? What do you want to get across? And just start, because I wish, I don't have any regrets, but my biggest, not regret, but I wish I started sooner because I just love it. And now I'm really comfortable just sitting here speaking to you guys on my own in my room. And yeah, honestly, biggest advice, I keep saying it, if you want to start a channel, if you want to start being more active on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, just do it. Start now, because once you start, you're going to think, oh, why did I do this sooner? So that is the end of today's video, today's little life update and Q&A. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, then please remember, as always, to leave it a huge thumbs up, and please remember to subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know as well what videos you'd like to see this year. Don't worry, we have got vlogs, we've got hauls coming your way, but anything in particular, just message me, let me know what you want to see. But yeah, again, Happy New Year. Here's to 2025. Let's hope it's a good one. Last year was such a good year. It was such a quick year as well. So time flies. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, if you have gotten to the end of today's video. I love you all so much, and I will see you next time with a brand new video. Bye.